Action Breaker by Heartbreaker Lou de Dame. One of the best show jumping stallions in the world. Large framed, world-class stallion with plenty of scope and success around the globe. With Sergio Alvarez Moya, he was successful in Dublin, Hickstead, Monte Carlo, Zurich, Geneva, La Coruña, amongst others. In 2010, he was successful at the World Equestrian Games in Kentucky, and in the difficult Aachen Grand Prix, he was placed third. From his crop of foals in Germany, he produced 2 licensed stallions, one of them becoming reserve champion of the OS licensing in Fechter in 2014. The sire Heartbreaker was internationally successful with Peter Gehring. At the end of his career, he achieved 4th place in the Aachen Grand Prix and triumphed in the championship in Dortmund. In Belgium and Holland, Heartbreaker was the leading sire of the show jumping breeding value index. His progeny are winning at Grand Prix level, amongst them the top horses Toulon with Hubert Baudy, Topimabor with Penelope Le Provost, and Skybreaker with Michael Forsten. And in addition to this, he is the dam sire of the stallion genius Kornet Obolensky with Marco Kutscher. Action Breaker's dam was successful in 1m30 classes. She also produced Quasimodo van der Molenrief, a full brother to Action Breaker and an internationally successful show jumper, as well as 2 more show jumpers at intermediate level. Her sire, Lou de Dame, was one of the most successful Belgian mare producers and sire of top horses such as Oberon with Rodrigo Pessoa, Medusa with Jerome Dabeldam, and Quality with Robert Whittaker. Action Breaker, international success coupled with global genetics and dominant hereditary power. We look back at the presentation of Action Breaker with Sergio Alvarez Moya at the stallion presentation in Fechter. Action Blue by Action Breaker, Chaco Blue. He is a top show jumping youngster with international flair and in a class of his own for style and disposition. Action Blue presents himself with balance and conviction at the jump, showing plenty of scope and great technique and bascule. A pedigree full of performance genes, the sire Action Breaker is at present ranked as one of the best show jumping stallions worldwide. He was ridden successfully by Sergio Alvarez Moya at the World Equestrian Games in Kentucky in 2010. And in the Grand Prix of Aachen he finished 3rd. His dam sire Chaco Blue was placed amongst the best at the Bundeschampionat finals and went on to win international Grand Prix, for example in Neumünster in 2012. And in Aachen in the Grand Prix he finished in 3rd place. So far, Chaco Blue has sired more than 30 licensed sons and 119 sport horses successfully at advanced level in S. Balobé du Rouet by Galobé Starter. Balobé du Rouet is a phenomenon in horse breeding. Whilst he never stood at stud in Germany, 300 of his progeny are registered in Germany with 130 successful up to advanced level S horses. Amongst his 25 licensed sons in Germany, the lifetime's earnings millionaire Balobé du Rouet is an absolute exception. Balobé du Rouet and Rodrigo Pessoa was seen as the dream combination in the international show jumping circuit. They won the World Cup 3 times. Many of his French and Belgium and Dutch progeny are internationally successful, with Balobé de Long leading the way as the most expensive show jumper in the world. Barroso by Bordeaux, Saros, Folio. Dutch top genetics with a blood-refined outfit. Conformation and correctness and extraordinary paces are something to watch again and again. In 2014, having successfully passed his sporting baptism of fire, Barroso won already Dressurpferdeprüfung. Several of his top first-class foals were awarded premiums. His sire, Bordeaux, bred from the Olympic lineage, was the champion stallion at the KWPN licensing in 2009, and in the following year was the champion stallion at the Stallion Performance Test. In his age group, he is very successful in dressage, placed in the finals of the World Championships and winner of the Dutch Stallion Championships in 2013. As a producer, he has already made an impact, achieving great success with a number of licensed sons, winners at championships and top auction horses. On the dam side, Barroso possesses an outcross pedigree. His dam is a daughter of the important thoroughbred Saros, who represents the famous Schlenderhahner Schwarzgold family. Saros was at stud in the Rhineland region for a short period of time, after which he went to Holland, where he was appreciated ever since. Barroso, a refiner of the highest demands. Heike Kemmer, who is also a member of the Hanoverian Approval Committee, emphasizes the amazing quality of Barroso's walk and pointed out how important this gait really is.
Wiederum mit einem tollen Schritt ausgestattet. Schritt ist ja nach wie vor ein großes Thema. Wir sehen das immer wieder bei uns auf den Hengstmärkten, dass der Schritt gerne mal verloren geht. Aber diese Kollektion hier bei Paul Schockemühle zeichnet sich auch immer durch hervorragende Schrittqualität aus und das halte ich auch für sehr, sehr wichtig.
Bordeaux by United Garibaldi. From champion stallion to star producer, Bordeaux is the high flyer of the FM breeding value estimation. With a total of 164 points, he is amongst the top of German's dressage sires. He is making himself heard in the equestrian world, with his oldest progeny dominating championships and auctions from the very start. The speaker, Uwe Heckmann, pointed out the huge amount of high-class quality youngsters and valuable descendants of Bordeaux, who dominate the European Championship scene.
Und ist eben ein Macher. Nicht nur Barroso hat aufgelegt, sondern auch diese Eine tolle Stute Biscaya OLD, die hier Spitze war. Landeschampioness, Vize-Bundeschampioness zum Beispiel. Ich glaube, wir sehen sie da gerade. Unter anderem. Und er hat natürlich auch schon gekörte Söhne, Bergoglio, Buckingham, Buenos Dias, den wir nächsten Sonntag hier begrüßen wollen. Bourgogne und Beckham unter anderem.
At the Oldenburg Championships in Rastede in 2013, Biscaya OLD, ridden by Andreas Müller, Bluetooth with Eva Müller, and Bella Laguna with Clarissa Alexandra Liss took the first 3 places. Heike Kemmer also points out the rarity of this dam line. Everything that is demanded by dressage riders is brought together in this stallion.
Ein Hengst, dessen Pedigree sich wirklich wie das Who is Who der Pferdezucht liest, ob Crackzee, ob Donnerhall, ob der hochberühmte Mutterstamm, aus dem auch Ahlerich, Rembrandt herauskommen. In ihm ist eigentlich alles vereint, was wir uns als Dressurreiter vorstellen. Es glückt ja nicht immer, aber bei ihm hat es auch geklappt, die Anpaarung all dieser Superhengste und die Mischung aus Trakehner und gestandener Warmblut-Anpaarung. Ein Hengst, der sich auch hier mit sehr, sehr guter Rittigkeit zeigt. Das hat er jetzt über die Jahre mit Eva auch im Viereck bewiesen.
Biscaya OLD then became the vice champion at the Bundeschampionat in Warendorf, and Bluetooth reached a high place in the final. When autumn came, Biscaya set the new price record of €300,000 at the Oldenburg auction in Vechta. In 2014, Heide Queen OLD was Oldenburg vice champion in Rastede. Progeny of Bordeaux are convincing due to their exceptional movement. From his first crops, many sons have already been licensed. Among them, Barroso, Berglioli, Buckingham, Buenos Dias, Bourgogne, and Beckham. In 2014, Buckingham was the superior champion of his 70-day test in Eidelhardsdorf. After a triumph win at the KWPN's licensing, Bordeaux won the stallion performance test in Ermelo. In 2012, ridden by Eva Müller, he was 4th in the finals at the World Championships of 6-year-old dressage horses in Verden. In the winter of 2012-2013, he qualified as a result of his outstanding win at the stallion competitions around the Netherlands for the finals of his age group in 's-Hertogenbosch. He was the favourite and won the competition with a clear margin. In 2014, he has been winning internationally up to Prix Saint-Georges. In terms of genetics, Bordeaux is an absolute rarity. He is bred from one of the most successful dam lines in the world, with the best of the Holstein, Oldenburg, Westphalia and Trakehner populations coming together. Bordeaux, the best of the Netherlands and Germany united in one stallion.
This is definitely one of his most marvelous daughters, Bonaire, sold for top price at the PSI auction.
Balou de Rouet by Baloubet de Rouet continue. Germany's youngest millionaire. Established in breeding as the best son of his legendary sire Baloubet de Rouet. There was no stopping Balou de Rouet on his way into the elite club of the lifetime earning millionaires. At only 15 years, he has achieved what no other stallion has achieved in terms of euros. So far, 150 of Baloo's progeny are successful at advanced S level. The lifetime earnings of his descendants have already reached over 1,300,000 euros. 41 of his sons are licensed. Among them, the internationally successful stallions Horse Jims Balzaki with Felix Hassmann. He has won 16 advanced S-level classes, internationally in Leipzig, Neumünster and Poznan in Poland. Burberry with Jan Sprayer, and Balloon with Shane Breen for the Irish National Cup team, who we will see later in this video. Other top horses sired by Baloo include First Class with Daniel Deuser and Bacardi with Mark Bettinger. Year after year, Baloo's progeny enriched the finals of the 5- and 6-year-old show jumpers at the Bundeschampionat with recognizable frequency, just as he did so himself. Baloo de Rouet won 19 Springpferdeprüfung. He won the finals of the Bundeschampionat, achieving the highest mark of 9.2. And since then, he has been successful in advanced S-level classes many times. His progeny, foals and sport horses, are very sought after at auctions in Germany and abroad. With such a first-class pedigree, success is inevitable. His sire, Baloo de Rouet, 3 times World Cup winner and winner of the Olympic Games with Rodrigo Pessoa, and sire to a multitude of international sport horses, is a producer beyond any doubt. The dam, Georgia, also produced the licensed stallion, Cornets Baloo, winner of the Bundeschampionat of 5-year-old jumpers in 2011. Baloo de Rouet, an international show jumping horse, producer of extra class. Now we will see Balloon, one of the most striking sons of Baloo de Rouet, with Shane Breen, jumping spectacularly in Aachen. Bretton Woods by Johnson, De Niro, Romancier. An exceptional stallion with fascinating movement dynamics. Truly a European stallion by his genetics, his achievements and the traits that he passes on. Bretton Woods is a large frame stallion, but at the same time he is equipped with great physical harmony. Under saddle he fascinates to watch and he demonstrates his excellent rideability and his extraordinary quality of all three paces. In 2011, he won the bronze medal at the World Championships of the 5-year-old dressage horses. Prior to that, he confidently won the 50-day test of the KWPN as well as the VSN trophy in the Netherlands, where he was awarded a 10.0 for his rideability. Ridden by Matthias Alexander Rath, Bretton Woods entered the international circuit in 2013 to 2014. In places such as Vidauban in France, Caperne in Belgium, Perleborg at the traditional Wiesbadener Pfingstturnier, and at the CHIO in Aachen. He achieved 7 wins and several high placings in Prix Saint-Georges and Intermediaire. This is the round you can see. As expected, his progeny are especially strong in conformation and movement. His first crop of foals turned 3 in 2014 and were immediately successful in Reitpferdeprüfung. From his first crop, 4 sons were licensed, with 2 being awarded premium and 1 becoming champion stallion. Bretton Woods' sire, Johnson, was the champion of his KWPN licensing in 2005 and participant at the finals of the World Championships of Dressage Horses in 2007. Internationally, he is very successful in dressage with Hans-Peter Minderhut. His dam, Annabelle, bred to Jazz, produced the licensed stallion Chagall and has for years been one of the most highly ranked mares in the KWPN breeding, with the highly significant black sire De Niro, who is currently placed in second place of the WBFSH rankings of all dressage sires, and the highly appreciated Romancier, who is dam sire to first Romancier. The genetics of the dam side are well supported. Bretton Woods, a dressage stallion with a big future in breeding and sports. The speaker, Uwe Heckmann, recites the text of the European anthem for this remarkable stallion, who has real prominence in the European breeding scene.
Matthias, hör gut zu. Deine Zauber binden wieder, was die Mode streng geteilt. Alle Menschen werden Brüder. In der fernen Szene sind sie das ja, wo dein sanfter Flügel weilt. Das ist die Ode an der Freude und wir freuen uns, diesen Kapitalisten des Bewegungsvolumens und dann dieses starken Types hier bei uns gehabt zu haben. Eine Glanznummer par excellence. Glückwunsch. Meine Güte, was haben wir hier für Hengste. Paul, Kompliment. Now.
Combacy by Contendro 1, Embassy, Don Juan, show jumping champion stallion at the Mecklenburg Licensing Days in Redefin in 2014. At his licensing, he presented himself as a great all-rounder, equipped with a top modern style, 3 outstanding paces, and exceptional ability at the jump. His sire, Contendro 1, who was also champion of his stallion performance test, claimed fame as a foundation stallion at an early age, with more than 60 licensed sons, of which Codex 1, internationally successful with Christian Allmann, and Colucci deserve a special mention. In 2005, his daughter Compleasure became OS champion mare at Fechter. The dam is a full sister to the licensed stallion Emporio Armani. The dam sire Embassy won the Youngster Cup at the Wiesbaden Pfingstturnier in 2002. In 2002 and 2003, he was a successful participant at the show jumping Bundeschampionat in Warendorf. 12 sons have been licensed so far. Combacy, long-legged and modern son of Contendro. Here we see his victory free jumping round at the licensing in Redefin in 2015, where he became convincing champion. Caligula PKZ by Corneto Belensky, Lord Calando, Pilot. Bred from an almost unique combination, this course specialist is wonderfully shaped, equipped with excellent canter, super quick reflexes and plenty of scope. Caligula causes a stir internationally. In the past few years, he was very successful with Oleg Krasuk from the Ukraine at World Cups and Grand Prix. In 2015, he will stand for stud for the first time. Paul Schockemüller says thanks to the owner, Svetlana Vinishenko, for allowing this wonderful horse to stand at stud this year in Mühlen.
Und ich bin froh und vielen Dank an Svetlana, thank you, dass wir Ihnen heute zeigen können.
And he is convinced that Caligula and Oleg Krasuk will be showing again successfully soon. His sire, Corneto Belensky, bred in Belgium and with much Holstein blood, is already seen as one of the best show jumping producers of our time. So far, he has produced 233 show jumpers at advanced S level, with the descendants' lifetime earnings sum of more than 3.7 million euros. He has sired 67 licensed sons, among them the championship stallions at the NRV licensing, Cornado 1 and Coronas, and the champion stallion at the Hanoverian licensing in 2007, Cosinus. Cabochon by Casal Concerto, a show jumping stallion with a brilliant conformation and an ambition for championships, exceptional bloodlines, exceptional conformation and exceptional performance, with well-defined limbs and a perfect shape. Cabochon shows great potential in the ring, combined with plenty of scope and an excellent technique and bascule. In both breeding and sports careers, he embodies vivid internationality. In 2009, he was placed in the finals of the World Championships for young show jumpers in Lanaken with Norwegian Stein Endresen. Further international success was achieved with Oleg Krasuk, Ulrich Kirchhoff and Katarina Offel. In 2013, Cabochon was third in the Grand Prix of Rasteda, and in 2014 he continued his career successfully with young Matthias Schwenker. Here you can see him at the international show in Hagen. From a breeder's perspective, Cabochon's debut in Scandinavia set new standards. In 2010, he was the most used show jumping stallion in Sweden. His oldest progeny, a sporty in type, and clearly equipped with the show jumping qualities of their sire, and they have been given first-class sporting impression in Northern Europe. The sire, Kazal, quickly advanced to become a top-class producer. He has sired more than 50 licensed sons, amongst them Holstein licensing champion 2013, Casteltino. At the Olympic Games in 2012, Kazal and Rolf Gerd Bengston were successful, and in 2013 they won the team's bronze medal and became fourth in the individuals at the European Championships in Herning in Denmark. In 2014, they were fourth in the individuals at the World Equestrian Games in Cannes, and according to the FEI rankings, were chosen as best pair in the world in 2014. Cabochon, a sporting crack combined with his prestigious Kazal bloodline.
Schöne Weite.
Cantola by Canstacco Singular Yorta, premium and champion stallion. Large in stature, Cantola has a noble appearance. An outstanding jumping technique with enormous power and, as a result, plenty of scope. Cantola was premium sire at the Hanoverian licensing in Pferden in 2012 and champion of the stallions with emphasis on show jumping at the Danish licensing in Herning. The high estimation of both licensing committees was confirmed at the 30-day test in Schlickau in 2013, where he achieved a 9.0, the second highest show jumping mark of all 40 competitors. In 2014, he started his career with wins and high placings in Springpferdeprüfung. His sire, Canstacco, a product of the international show jumping stallions of Canturo and Staccato, was premium sire and reserve champion at the stallion performance test, show jumping and free jumping with the points of 10.0. In 2010, Canstacco won 2 Bundeschampionship qualifiers and was sire to many champion foals. Dam, Singular's queen, is a daughter of the much-approved Brazil Holsteiner Singular Yorta, who has sired 36 sport horses, successful at advanced S level, among them Sinclair with Christian Allman. The very valuable Augustinus, whose progeny have become successful up to advanced S level in all sporting disciplines, refines with his sought-after thoroughbred blood in the third generation. Cantelar's first crop of foals was born in 2014 and awarded premium on several occasions. Cantelar, very talented, up-and-coming Hanoverian show jumper of premium quality. Casalco by Casal Contender Cartago, a modern champion of the stallion performance test jumping with 3 times maximum score of 10.0. Casalco was 1C premium sire of the OS licensing in Fechter in 2013. He presented himself with that "look at me" characteristic, large-framed, pleasant in all aspects, with great conformation and correctness. His manner at the jump is an experience of technique, scope and style. He satisfies all expectations. Every generation of his pedigree holds an international top producer of epic significance for breeding and sport. The sire Casal won several Grand Prix and World Cups with Rolf Göran Bengtsson and was also successful at the Olympic Games in 2012, and in 2013 won team bronze and was placed 4th at the European Championships in Herning in Denmark. In 2014, Casal was again placed 4th at the World Championships in Cannes. The FEI elected them as best pair in the world. The dam Zelda is full sister to the licensed stallion Choco Prince. Dam sire Contender, stallion performance test champion, was one of the most established producers. Amongst his progeny are 127 licensed sons and 398 sport horses successful up to S advanced level, with winnings so far of 8.65 million euros. Paul Schockemüller, a national trainer, emphasized the exceptional quality of this young stallion due to his first-class pedigree, modern type, and obvious talent. Casalco, our hope for breeding and sport.
Du sagtest es schon, auf der Hengstleistungsprüfung hat er es bestätigt, im Springen eine 9,4. Otto, vielleicht was für dich später mal? Ich meine, für dich selbst vielleicht ein bisschen zu jung, aber...
Ja, aber das Pferd ist sehr interessant, haben draußen schon gesehen. Pferd, ganz moderner Typ, auch guten Galopp, viel Vermögen, man sieht es jetzt auch hier. Ich kannte das Pferd vorher nicht und ja, gefällt mir gut.
Ja, ich habe seine ersten Fohlen gesehen, ich habe ihn auch relativ stark benutzt in Lewitz. Tolle Typen wie er, hoffe, dass sie auch so springen. Grundsätzlich Casalco, ein Pferd, das langbeinig ist, mit unwahrscheinlichem Vermögen, guter Technik. Unwahrscheinlich gut im Gleichgewicht.
Locker durch den Körper hier, schaut mal her. Und jetzt kriegen die beiden einen Sonderapplaus. Das ist doch schon. Diese Jüngling gerne.
Casanova by Cadillac Casino Boy. After a long career in international show jumping sport, the Holstein stallion Casanova now stands at stud. Alexander Hinzmann established his place at advanced level S, and Casanova continued his career in the international show jumping with Christina Liebherr and Mubarak Yousaf Roumahi and Ali bin Khalid Al Thani. In 2012, he was second in the Grand Prix of Sertogenbosch and received a high placing at CHIO Aachen. In 2014, he won the Dubai Grand Prix and qualified for the World Cup finals in Lyon. From a breeding perspective, he is at the start of his career, and yet in 2 example coverings from year 2002, he has already produced 2 successful show jumpers. The sire, Cadillac, was one of the few sons of the very valuable Coletto II and closely related to the centenary producer Capital One, who was ridden successfully at advanced S-level show jumping by Peter Wetzel. He is classified as a positive sire for show jumping because of his progeny, and many have stepped up into the advanced S-level. The dam, Chanel One, a product of the influential thoroughbred Casino Boy, is half-sister to Viola, who produced the 3 licensed stallions, Cento, who was Olympic gold medalist with Otto Becker, Casado and Zento. Casanova, an internationally successful show jumper who is now starting his breeding career. Chacun Bleu by Chaco Bleu, Cartoon, Domino. Chacun Bleu counts himself amongst the novices of the 2015 breeding season. He is a sensational show jumping specialist in a perfect grey coat. Well-defined lines and the true affinity for performance are prominent characteristics in this young stallion. His canter and the quality of his jump from the perspective of scope, manner and leg technique are excellent. His potential seems almost limitless. In 2014, Chacun Bleu with Manuela Schweitzer and Florian Meyer-Hartum achieved great sporting success, with wins and placings in Springpferdeprüfungen at novice, elementary and intermediate level. At the end of the year, he passed the 30-day test in Schlichau and finished as one of the 3 equal show jumping champions with a sensational mark of 9.40. For free jumping, ability at the jump and character, he received the maximum mark of 10.0. Paul Schockmüller and the speaker Uwe Heckmann emphasized the remarkable similarity of Chacun Bleu and his famous father Chaco Bleu, with scope and
Am großen
quality.
Preis von Aachen gewann eigentlich alles.
We remember the Mecklenburg sire Chaco Bleu, who was successful internationally at Grand Prix level with Alois Pollmann-Schwekos and Andreas Kreutzer, an example being in Neumünster in 2012, after which he left the scene much too early.
Fantastisch.
Sehr lässig.
Chatender by Chaco Bleu, Contender, Sandro, a refined Chaco son with the same hereditary power. Plenty of scope is never going to go out of fashion. The extremely harmonious Chatender presents himself as a show jumping favourite for the highest demands. He combines enormous scope with the best leg technique, bascule and elastic movements with great suppleness through his whole body. He proved all of these qualities in an impressive manner at his 30-day test in Redefin in 2012. In sport, he shows consistency and has achieved numerous wins and placings in Springpferdeprüfung at novice, elementary and intermediate level. Co-commentator, national team trainer Otto Becker, pointed out that this young stallion was qualified for the Bundeschampionat because of his constant and harmonious way of jumping. He has high hopes for his future.
Auch letztes Jahr qualifiziert fürs Bundeschampionat. Macht einen sehr, sehr guten Eindruck, sehr gleichmäßig und in einem Einsprung wie der andere, so der Rhythmus, guter Galopp und ja, das ist später sehr, sehr wichtig und das macht er schon gut.
He made his debut as a producer in 2012 in Flinga in Sweden, where his first crop of foals was of the highest quality. His first progeny in Germany were born in 2014 and have been awarded premiums by several breeding associations. As proof of his potential genetics, we show you here some of his first crop of foals. Watch this wonderful filly foal by Chatender out of a Centos mare. Contagos by Converter, Cartago, Latus. Courage and plenty of scope for the highest demands. Already as a young sire, he is a great producer. Well defined in his lines, Cartago's first crop of foals have been superior quality. His progeny are large in frame, sporty and athletic. In 2012, his son, Cortia, a fantastic show jumper, was licensed in Fechter and sold to Moritzburg to stand at stud. To date, he has sired 5 licensed sons, among them Conrouet, Catalion, Contender. His first descendants have made a successful debut in show jumping and have, in line with their age, won Springfederprüfung up to intermediate level. Cantagos possesses all that a show jumper producer needs: courage, plenty of scope, inspiring technique, willingness to perform, and natural talent. In 2008, he was superior champion at the Strong Dobrock tournament with a score of 9.5 and effortlessly qualified for the Bundeschampionat. His sire, Converter 1, won 22 Springfederprüfung up to intermediate level, with marks up to 9.0. He became Oldenburg Landers champion in 2005, was placed at the Bundeschampionships and was second best show jumping stallion at the World Championships in Lanaken. From his oldest progeny, no less than 25 were successful at advanced level S in 2004. More than €180,000 have been won in show jumping by descendants of Converter 1. Dam sire Cartago took part in the Olympic Games in Atlanta in 1996 and sired more than 276 advanced S-level show jumpers, who have earned more than €4 million so far. From Contago's dam line, which is of French origin, comes Latus, Sandro, and Colorado, sires exclusively from our stallion station and the internationally successful show jumper Nike.
Schön. Wunderbarer Hengst, Typträger mit einer herausragenden
Here we see Conrouet, one of his first licensed sons. As proof of the high quality of Cantagos bloodlines, we show you here the full brother from Cantagos jumping internationally successfully with Werner Muff. Kinsey by Contendro for Pleasure Accent. International winner at Advanced S level in 2014. Charming Kinsey embodies the show jumper of the future. Capable and clever, elastic and sporty, with a lot of attitude and an absolute willingness to perform. In sport, Kinsey is surely on the road to success. He won several Springfederprüfung at intermediate level and qualified for the Bundeschampionships in 2012 and 2013. In 2013, he was placed fourth with Mandy Goosen at the Bundeschampionships of 6-year-olds. With the young Laura Klapparker in 2014 as a 7-year-old, he stepped up onto international ground and achieved numerous wins and placings in Olivia, Hagen, Steinhagen, Donaueschingen, Ruller and Dammer at advanced S level. The sire, Contendro, has become a foundation stallion of the present, 64 of his sons are licensed. Among them, the show jumping champion of the Bundeschampionships, Captain Fire, the OS champion stallion Charming Boy, and the Olympian Codex 1 with Christian Allmann. 190 of Contendro's progeny are successful at advanced S level and have won 3.47 million euros to date. The dam, Francesca, is a daughter of the Olympic team champion and European champion for pleasure, who was also German champion in 1995 and Hanoverian Stallion of the Year in 1997, Kinsey, the international show jumper of the future. Here we see great rounds with young shooting stars Laura Klapphaker and Kinsey on the international parquet, at Hagen, future champions, and afterwards in Donaueschingen. Dragon Hill by Damon Hill, Sandro Hitt, Parademarsch. Shaped by Donegal. Dragon Hill impresses with well-defined limbs and a lot of harmony in his body. He possesses great potential in all three paces, with the ground-covering walk and very elastic and forward rhythmic movements. His canter stride is elastic, with an above-average length of stride and a true uphill cadence. His temperament is exemplary. He is a natural calm with first-class character. In 2014, Dragon Hill won his 70-day test in the dressage section, achieving the maximum mark of 10.0 for rideability and constitution. Co-commentator Heike Kemmer was greatly impressed by the performance, all three great gaits, and cool character of this wonderful stallion, especially the remarkable walk.
Dass sie sich immer wieder loslassen, aber auch in eine positive Spannung bringen lassen. Und das hat uns Anja eben hervorragend mit Dragon Hill demonstriert.
The sire, Damon Hill, was ridden by Helen Langenhagenberg, one of the most successful dressage horses worldwide, and in his own very special way combined the two dressage heroes, Donegal and Rubinstein. He was successful in many championships in Germany, was German champion in 2012 in Balva, Nations Cup winner in Aachen, and, a little later, a member of the German silver medal winning team at the Olympic Games in London. Further highlights followed in 2013. Champion of the Dressage World Cup in Göteborg, Team European champion and silver medal winner in Herning in Denmark, and team gold medalist at the World Equestrian Games in Cannes. To date, many sons have been licensed. Amongst them, Damon Jerome with Jutta Graf, winner of many advanced S-level dressage competitions, vice world champion and finalist at the Bundeschampionnat. The descendants Damon Hill's Divine, Damon's Delondre, Damon's Satellite and Damon's Dream were all champions at the Bundeschampionships. According to the FN breeding value estimation, Damon Hill belongs to the top 1% of German dressage sires. Dragon Hill, a young dressage stallion with great potential for breeding and sport, We are looking forward with excitement to his first crop of foals. Danciano by Dancier Rothspoon Wolkenstein. The caliber of a top producer of the future. Here we see him as Hanoverian vice-champion in Pferden and being nominated for the Bundeschampionships. Large in frame and at the same time charming and elegant. A self-confident dressage talent for the highest of demands. He convinces with 3 equally and excellent paces and exemplary rideability. At the 30-day test in Schlickau in 2013, Danciano was the superior stallion of the quality candidates. He received a mark of 8.48, the highest overall mark, and a mark of an 8.91 for stallions with an emphasis on dressage. His trot was awarded 10.0. In 2014, he made his debut in sport, achieving wins and placings in Reitpferdeprüfung. The first crop of foals in 2014 bought several premium foals from different breeding associations. The sire, Dancier, was champion stallion at the Hanoverian licensing in 2004 in Pferden. In 2005, he won the stallion performance test in Eidelhardsdorf, and in 2006 he became vice Reitpferde champion of Hanover and bronze medalist of the 4-year-old stallions at the Bundeschampionships in Warendorf. The dam, Rodney's Girl, is full sister to the licensed stallion Ruud Vander, who won at advanced level S with Martina Hanover Sternberg. Dam sire Rothspoon was premium sire at the Pferden licensing in 1997, champion of the stallion performance test in 1998, and is seen as a distinct dressage horse producer. Multiple team gold medalist Heike Kemmer was very impressed by the capacity of this superb young stallion. She believes that he has real potential for a great career, not only because of his 3 great gaits, but also his cool character.
Die beiden geben wirklich ein tolles Paar ab und ich hoffe, dass sie auch in dieser Saison sich für das Bundeschampionat qualifizieren können, denn ein solcher Hengst, ein solches Pferd gehört in diese Konkurrenz, weil er sich dort mit Sicherheit sehr, sehr gut behaupten kann.
Dass sein tänzerisches Element da jetzt zur Geltung kommen. Anja, herzlichen Dank.
Danciano, a top choice for sophisticated dressage breeding. Tailor-Made Diorado's Boy by Diorado Argentinos Landadel. Oldenburg Main Premium Champion at the licensing in 2013. Superior hereditary power. Diorado's Boy presents himself as a young show jumping stallion of extra class. He has a good conformation, is well built with sporty and athletic movements. This up-and-coming young producer has plenty of scope, an ideal leg technique and good back technique at the jump. His great potential was put to the test at the 70-day test in Schlickau in 2012, where his great ability to jump was given a mark of 9.08. Diorado's Boy has achieved several wins and placings in Springpferdeprüfung at novice, elementary and intermediate level. His first crops of foals have been an outstanding quality. Co-moderator Otto Becker and Paul Schockmüller are convinced that this is not only an excellent up-and-coming sports star, but also a prospective breeding crack.
Das sieht absolut so aus, auch bei den kleinen Sprüngen schon zu sehen. Auch wenn man das ganze Pferd sieht, sehr sympathische Erscheinung, komplettes Pferd, gut zu reiten, super Galopp, super Rhythmus. Man kann ihn wunderbar hinreiten und auch wie er den Sprung macht, wenn man die Manier sieht, denke ich, kann man schon an den kleinen Sprüngen erkennen, was in diesem Pferd steckt. Nicht nur, weil er hier Sieger war letztes Jahr, sondern ist einfach eine Erscheinung.
Ja, er verkörpert die Eleganz des Diorado, auch das Vermögen von Argentinos, unwahrscheinliche Leichtigkeit, mit der er hier die Sprünge überwindet und ich glaube, das wird mal ganz großer.
His impressive presentation, the exquisite rating of his progeny, a convincing stallion performance test, and promising first successes in sport have made him the Oldenburg Main Premium Champion in Fechter amid strong competition. Tailor-Made Diorado's Boy, a modern Diorado son with all possibilities open.
Hier ist die Springwelle auch modern geworden. Wer kommt drauf?
Diatendro by Diorado Contendro Granos. Show jumping premium sire of the Hanoverian licensing in 2013. Standing in a large frame, he combines great scope with a powerful hind leg, the best leg technique and bascule with subtle, elastic body movements. The uphill canter with the great length of stride deserves a special mention. In 2014, Diatendro successfully competed his 70-day test in Schlickau in a field of strong competition. And as expected, he was amongst the best of the show jumpers. The sire Diorado is now consistently successful at advanced S-level 3-star. He is now one of the most sought-after show jumping producers, and with 161 index points in the FN show jumping breeding value estimation, he belongs to the top group. In 2007, he was celebrated as Holstein Champion Stallion, given the best marks and became champion of the Stallion Performance Test. The dam, Corbina, made her mare performance test with an excellent mark of 9.25 for show jumping. She is a daughter of the influential Holstein Premium Stallion and sire performance test winner Contendro. Both national trainer Otto Becker and Paul Schockmüller were both convinced of the potential in this young stallion and pointed out that again he is living proof that Diorado produces not only handsome but also quality horses.
Das beste Grand Prix-Pferd von Rolf Moormann, dessen Vollschwester seine Großmutter ist. Akkorde. Danke. Der jetzt in Amerika auch schon Grand Prix wieder gewonnen hat.
Korte war ja auch bei uns auf dem Team, deswegen kann ich auch was zu sagen, also zumindest von der mütterlichen Seite. Und das hier ist auch ein ganz hübsches Pferd, wie wir das eben von Diarado kennen, auch vom Typ her. Aber nicht nur hübsch, sondern auch gut.
Diarado by Diamante Semeli, Corrado Contender, a founder of a new line for international show jumping breeding, going for gold from the very start. Diarado was a champion at the licensing in Holstein in 2007 and champions at the Stallion Performance Test in Schlickau in 2008. To date, he has regularly been highly placed at advanced S level. With Jonas Verfort, he came third in the Grand Prix at the traditional Dobrok competition. And here, we see him competing at the international show in Hagen in 2014. He impresses with his exemplary ease at the jump, with superior scope and a willingness to perform that is second to none. He can turn as quickly as a cat and is equipped with a high intelligence, two attributes for the technical courses of today. Diarado won several times as a young horse Springfederprüfung, and in 2010 he won the qualifier at the Bundeschampionships with a mark of 9.3, and in the finals he won the bronze medal with twice a mark of 9.0. In 2013, Diarado was number one of the FN show jumping breeding value estimation. In 2014, he was top in the group. From the first crops of foals, 27 sons were licensed in Germany, amongst them numerous premium sires, like Eldorado de Hus in Westphalia in 2011, who was sold to France for €165,000, and also the Stallion Performance Test champion, Diakonitus, and the sought-after Holstein stud book sire, Dinken. The Oldenburg Stallion Days in 2013 in Fechter were a Diarado festival. The son, D. Kidam, was champion stallion of the OS collection and sold for €115,000 to Westphalia. Diarado's boy was the top price at €450,000 at the AOS auction and proclaimed 1A premium winner. Year after year he delivers much sought after foals, strong in conformation and movement, to many auctions.
Die wollen noch höher machen, sorry. Mach den grauen dann auch noch ein bisschen mehr.
The daughter, Jovina, was OS champion mare at the Schlosspark Rastede. Progeny from the first crops of foals were winning numerous Reitpferde, Eignungs and Springpferdeprüfung. All of these competitions for young horses in dressage and show jumping. Diarado, top for breeding and sport.
Super Satz zum Schluss, meine Damen und Herren. Euch wird aber so richtig was geboten heute Nachmittag.
Don Frederick by Don Federico Volcantanz, Liberty M. Champion stallion with first-class potential of movement, large and significant with great conformation and harmony. Don Frederick consistently presents himself in a superior manner. This shining champion stallion of Mecklenburg in licensing in 2011 offers an immaculate conformation and 3 paces of exceptional quality, with the highlight an enormous power from the hind legs and maximum elasticity. The high expectations are completely met under saddle. At the 30-day test, Dom Frederick achieved the maximum mark at the test by the other rider of 9.75. To date, he has won several Dressurpferdeprüfung. As a result of his first crop of foals, which included many premium foals, he was nominated for the Oldenburg Main Premium in 2013. The black-coated sire, Don Federico, was honoured as Hanoverian Stallion of the Year in 2012. He was champion of his licensing and stallion performance test. In his sporting career, he has won several advanced S-level dressage competitions up to Prix St. George. 60 descendants are successful at advanced level dressage. Leading the way is Diva Royale, winner of numerous advanced level dressage competitions and Team European Champion of Young Riders with Stella Charlotte Roth. At the Olympic Games in London in 2012, she contributed, ridden by Dorothy Schneider, to Germany's team silver medal. Isabel Werth's movement genius Don Johnson, winner of several Grand Prix competitions, is an offspring of Don Federico, who has currently sired 39 licensed sons. Amongst them, the world champion of dressage horses, Dramatic. Dam sire Volcantans, who was trained up to Grand Prix level, was champion stallion of his licensing and champion at the Bundeschampionat. Watch this shining example of Dom Frederic's progeny out of a Saint Amour mare. For Pleasure by Furioso Granos Goya. Legendary beyond death, a world-class stallion for sport and breeding in world-class style. For Pleasure was a sure thing in the German national team for years. With Lars Nieberg, he won the German championships in Gera in 1995. In 1996, he was part of the gold medal winning team at the Olympics in Athens. And in 1997, he won a gold medal with the team at the European Championships in Mannheim. In 1999, he again won the European Team Championships, and in 2000, team gold at the Olympics and 4th place in the individuals. In 2002, he became German champion in Mannheim, and 2003, team gold medalist at the European Championships in Donaueschingen. For Pleasure won 75 advanced level competitions, amongst them many Grand Prix, World Cups and Nations Cups. His descendants are currently conquering international show jumping circuits. For Pleasure, effective, modern and sure to perform. By 19, he had won more than 1.8 million euros. In 2000, For Pleasure was the first privately owned stallion awarded the title Hanoverian Stallion of the Year. His progeny, such as Atlanta with Meredith Michaels Beerbaum, Baron with Lucy Davis, Farina with Renee Tebel, Fairy with Lars Nieberg, Firth of Clyde with Christian Allman, and Firth of Lawn with Katrin Eckermann, are ever present in great numbers at international tournaments. 145 of her pleasure progeny are successful at advanced level in Germany alone and have so far earned 2.4 million euros. On top of that, he is sire of 36 licensed sons who are active around the world. One of For Pleasure's superb progeny is surely Fit for Fun with Luciana Denise. Here we see his spectacular win at the 5-star Grand Prix in Basel in 2015.
Für sich zu entscheiden. Oder wird sie die Wiederholung schaffen? Vom vorletzten Jahr. Luciana Denise, jetzt mit Fit for Fun. Und jetzt der Moment, wo wir uns auf die Zwischenzeit konzentrieren müssen. 16 hatte Marlotti. Und ich habe das Gefühl, dass Fit for Fun und Luciana Denise da vielleicht den kleinen Hauch vorne weg sind. Und das wird sie ausgebaut haben, hin zum vorletzten. Und auch ihr gelingt es. Idealdistanz wird zu bekommen auf den letzten. Und die Sekunden, die Zehntelsekunden, die hatte sie im Vorfeld schon herausgeritten. Hin auf den LGT-Ochser, wo sie die hannoversche Wunderstute Fit for Fun laufen ließ. Und das, was diese Stute am besten kann, richtig schnell ihre Füße zu repetieren und ihren so grazilen Körper in die Luft zu erheben. Eduardo Rothschild freut sich.
Fürstenball by Fürst Heinrich Donnerhall Klassiker. A phenomenon equally for breeding and for sport, in a combination never seen before. Fürstenball sets a new standard in his own career as well as in his hereditary. He was champion stallion at his licensing and stallion performance test, Landers champion and champion at the Bundeschampionship, champion stallion sire, winner of the dressage in advanced level classes, and VTV Stallion of the Year in 2013. It is almost impossible to achieve more at this young age. In 2014, 3 of the 4 Oldenburg Landers champions descended from Fürstenball. The 3-year-old mare Fünfsterne not only won the Oldenburg Landers Reitpferd Championat, but also the brilliant ring of the Oldenburg Elite Mare Show of this year. Amelie, also a daughter of Fürstenball, won the silver medal at the Elite Mare Show. 5 of the 13 participants in the brilliant ring descended from Fürstenball. In the class of the 4-year-old mares in geldings, Fame, ridden by Johannes Westendarp, won the class. Yet another daughter of Fürstenball. Fame was one of the brilliant ring candidates at the Oldenburg Elite Mare Show and shortly after was placed second at the Bundeschampionship in Warendorf. In 2014, the Hanoverian Herwart van der Decken show was dominated by Fürstenball daughters. Fine Lady won ahead of Funny. Fine Lady was Hanoverian Vice Reitpferd Championess. The first progeny have won Reit- and Dressurpferdeprüfung and have brought their sire into the top group of the FN breeding value estimation with 170 points. This stallion is pure fascination, equipped with a maximum amount of easy elegance, suppleness and elasticity. He is the embodiment of modern dressage horse. Fürstenball, a unique hereditary genius in current dressage horse breeding. First Romancier by First Heinrich, Romancier Winston. A champion stallion and a champion mare in one go. Personality of a top sire and a magnificent effect throughout Europe. Large framed and in every aspect impressive. First Romancier stands for collection and disposition, fit for the highest dressage level. He was main premium winner and 2009 the most successful stallion of the year at the World Championships for 5-year-old dressage horses. At the Bundes Championship, he came second in the qualifiers for the final with a mark of 9.0. In the finals of the Bundes Championships and the World Championships for dressage horses, he was placed fourth. He was awarded the highest marks of between 9 and 9.5 for rideability and the 3 paces at the Stallion Performance Test. From a breeder's perspective, he achieved something sensational. He sired the Oldenburg licensing champion stallion, For Romance, in 2011, who was sold for the grand sum of €750,000. And in the summer of 2012, his full sister, Fazine, became champion mare at the Oldenburg Elite Mare Show in the Schlosspark of Rastede. In 2011, he presented another premium sire, First Bischof, stud sire at Celle, which was sold for €170,000. The number of licensed sons has now grown to 23, and in 2013, For Romance was undisputed dressage main premium champion at the Oldenburg Stallion Days in Vechta. Repeatedly, he has enriched the Bundes Championship with strong progeny, among them the licensed Fusion and First Romance, who were highly placed in the finals of 4-year-old stallions. Prior to that, Fusion was Oldenburg vice champion. At sport horse auctions, First Romancier is always part of the lot. For example, his son First Puckler was top prize in Vechta in 2014. His progeny are very successful in elementary novice classes and have put First Romancier yet again in the top 1% of all German dressage stallions, according to the FN Breeding Value Estimation Index, with 157 points. Here we see the glorious moment of having two of the offspring of first romancier together. The licensing champion for romance, ridden by Kira Wolfering, and his full sister, Fascina, who was Oldenburg champion mare. And now enjoy our video from the beginning of 2015, where we see Helen Langenhagenberg presenting the fascinating champion mare Fascina, daughter of first romancier.
Heil dir, o Oldenburg, heil deinen Farben. Gott schützt dein edles Ross, er segnet deine Garben. Wie deine Eichen stark, wie Freu des Meeres Flut. Sei deutsche Männerkraft dein höchstes Gut. Wie deine Eichen stark, wie Freu des Meeres Flut. Sei deutsche Männerkraft dein höchstes Gut.
Übertreffen. Klasse. Schau euch das mal an. Toll.
Fürstenlook by Fürstenbull, Londonderry, Veldmeier. The champion stallion and top price of the Oldenburg saddle licensing and stallion performance test winner dressage in 2014. It depends on the quality under saddle, says Dr. Wolfgang Schleppinghoff, because that is the pointing the way ahead and brings the crucial advancements for our dressage in horse breeding. Fürstenlook possesses a high amount of charisma. His exceptionally delicate features embody a certain nobility, which is even more prominent under saddle. The three paces are of extreme quality. His rideability marks are exquisite. His 30-day test could not have proved this more. With a dressage final score of 9.41, something that has never been achieved before, he was clearly the champion of his discipline. Every generation of the pedigree begins with a champion producer. The sire, Fürstenbull, was champion of his licensing, stallion performance test winner, Landers champion and Bundes champion. In 2013, he had already won dressage advanced level and became VTV champion stallion of the year in Fechter. The dam, state premium mare Lady Diamond, bred to San Amor, brought the license and tested son San Severo, and with Sandrohit, the Bundes Championship participant Sardera with Andreas Müller. Lady Diamond is a full sister to La Perla with Holger Finken, winner at the Bundes Championship and half-sister to the licensed stallion Du Moulin. The dam sire Londonderry was champion of his licensing, winner at the Bundes Championship and 2013 Hanoverian Stallion of the Year. Veldmeier, in the third generation, was champion at the Bundes Championship, champion at the licensing, stallion performance test winner, as well as DLG champion. Fürstenlook, an exemplary student of his father's genius. Heike Kemmer, member of the Hanoverian Approval Committee and co-commentator, was delighted by the extravagant featherlight movements of Fürstenlook and fascinated by all three spectacular gaits.
Noten lassen sich schon viel leichter ins Positive hineinheben. Ja, das sind Galoppaden, da kann man sich gut vorstellen, weitere Ausbildung durchzuführen. Der fliegende Wechsel wird einem solchen Hengst mit so ausgewogener Grundgaloppade leicht fallen, geschmeidig, lockeres Traben und ein schöner, weicher Übergang zum Schritt, auch er sofort wieder losgelassen, taktsicher und hervorragend, raumgreifend. Tolle Vorstellung.
Was sagst du zu diesem Schritt, Heike?
Der Schritt gefällt mir sehr gut.
Der Vater schlägt aber hier voll durch. Ne?
In seinem ganzen Outfit hat sich Fürstenwall hier sehr, sehr durchschlagend vererbt.
Ich glaube, ein Zukunftshengst, Isabel, ein Ausdruck, auch mit dir zusammen, ihr beiden. Ein Bild, wie viele sich das erträumen.
Das war wie immer.
Foundation by Fiedertanz, DeVito and Diamo. Oldenburg main premium champion in 2012. Foundation has been sought after by breeders from the start, as he is equipped with a unique charisma, ideal activity from the behind legs, a wonderful uphill canter, and a fantastic character. He finished his 30-day test with dream marks, twice a 10.0 for trot and canter in the final examination, a 9.5 for character and willingness to perform, and 9.25 for rideability, with an average mark of 9.13 for character and 9.57 for trot and canter. Foundation completed his test in an excellent manner. He won dressage competitions for young horses with Anja Engelbart and Matthias Alexander Rath, qualified for the Bundeschampionship in Warendorf, and is now trained up to advanced level. At the Oldenburg Stallion Days in 2012 in Vechta, he added another highlight to his still young career. After his 30-day test and his first crop of foals, Foundation was the undisputed 1A main premium champion of the stallions with emphasis on dressage. Several foals from his first crops were sold for top prices at the auctions in Vechta and Verden. He made his debut as a sire in the autumn of 2014. 3 of his sons from the first crop were licensed, one of them with a premium. His sire, Fiedertanz, glorious champion of the NRW licensing in 2004, is successful up to Intermediate 1 and has sired 46 licensed sons so far. Foundation is the full brother of the licensed stallions Fiederstar, who was finalist at the Bundeschampionship in 2011, and Flavio Briatore, premium sire in Verden for 2014. Foundation, a genius of movement with exemplary rideability.
enorm wieder mit seinen Möglichkeiten spielen kann.
The video shows proof of his dominant genetics. Enjoy this 3-year-old mare by Foundation Sandrohit, born and bred in Leavitt Stud, and then the full sister, a year younger, Fleur de Lis. Grey Flanelle by Gribaldi, Clavicsimbel, Ferro, Oldenburg Main Premium Champion in 2014. Grey Flanelle's first crop of foals immediately dominated at several foal shows and auctions. His extremely charismatic and well-moving progeny were awarded premiums in remarkably high numbers. 16 of them achieved auction prices up to €70,000. The average price for a Grey Flanelle foal at the Oldenburg Elite auction in Vechta was around €20,000. At our foal auction at the Stallion Station Schockmühle, he delivered the top foal as well as other high-priced foals. Grey Flanelle combines a brilliant type and a lot of masculine flair. With 3 exceptionally good paces, he seems to have been born with a high amount of collection. At the end of 2013, he performed his 30-day test in Schlichau, with strong emphasis on dressage. In 2014, he won dressage novice classes and was the best 4-year-old stallion at the Pavo Cup in the Netherlands. Due to the scale of these positive results, he became the undisputed dressage main premium champion at the Oldenburg Stallion Days in Vechta. The sire, Gribaldi, was champion stallion at the Trakehner Stallion licensing in 1995 and internationally successful with Edvard Gall. Dam sire Clavicsimbel was successful in Grand Prix and sired amongst others the known sire Havidov, who was also internationally successful in dressage. In the 3rd generation comes the significant Ferro, who can be seen as one of the most successful dressage stallions in sport of all time, having won the silver medal at the Olympic Games, as well as World Equestrian Games and European Championships. Grey Flanelle, up-and-coming star with ideal movements.
Unwahrscheinlich bewegungsintensiv, mit starken Aufgaben. Dankeschön. Das wollen wir.
Enjoy the pictures of the celebration of the premium awarding at the Oldenburg Stallion Days in 2014, where Grey Flanelle and his owners, Gestüt Bonhomme and the Schockemüller Stud, were awarded a premium placing for his first crop of foals. Glocks London by Nabab Durev, Chin Chin, Goliath, the team world champion in a modern outfit. We are presenting London, another top show jumping stallion of world class. The choice of the name is like a lucky prophecy, because in London he won the individual silver medal at the 2012 Olympics in the British capital. He achieved winnings and placings in several Grand Prix, amongst them the Nations Cup in Aachen in 2013. Highlights of the 2014 season was the team gold medal at the World Equestrian Games in Cannes, the victory at the FEI Nations Cup in Barcelona, and the 3rd place in the Nations Cup at the CHIO in Aachen. His pedigree is impressive. 4 show jumping stallions of international top quality combined in a superb way. The sire, Nabab Durev, with Philippe Lejeune, is Celle Francais. The Holstein Dam, Chin Chin, with Jamie Ascaraga, was successful participant at the Olympic Games, followed by the Rhinelander and sire of Grossoset, Goliath, with Willy van der Ham for Holland. The oldest London progeny in the Netherlands are now 7 years old. All hopes are set on them as they grow into the sport that is waiting them. In 2014, the first crop of foals were born in Germany, London, always present and up to date. Messenger by Montender, Balobé-Drouet, Spartan. Hanoverian champion in 2013. In 2014, he was vice Bundeschampion of the 7-year-old German show jumpers in Warendorf. Power and strength, endless scope, with an excellent technique and bascule. These are the criteria that represent this exceptional athlete. In sport, Messenger is on the straight road to success, having already triumphed at the international 3-star advanced level show jumping competitions. Messenger finished his stallion performance test with a final mark of 9.0, emphasis on show jumping. His first progeny are convincing, showing a high level of elasticity. Messenger originates from the direct dam line of top producer Staccato and embodies very valuable and internationally proven genetics. The sire, Montender, ridden by Marco Kutscher, was individual and team European champion. At the Olympic Games in Athens, he won the individual and team bronze medal. In 2003, he became German champion, and in 2005, vice champion. He won more than 578,000 euros and was sire to many progeny successful at advanced S-level jumping, such as the double Bundeschampion Montebellini, who is internationally successful with Philipp Weishaupt. The dam, Barbie Girl, is a daughter of Balobé-Drouet, 3 times World Cup winner and individual gold medalist in 2004, who was ridden by Rodrigo Pessoa in his time, one of the most successful sport stallions worldwide. Grand Dame Samsara is full sister of Eva Bitter's Staccato, Messenger, our big hope for breeding and sport. Metal by Ferro Ramirez Marinier. Metal recommends himself as a dressage horse producer for the highest demands. He made history in recent years with his son Utopia, with the easiness, the mechanics, and the talent for piaffe and passage. The ostentatious and yet refined stallion was successful up to Prix Saint-Georges and has produced several Grand Prix horses. The most significant of them is definitely the licensed stallion Utopia, winner of the team gold medal at the European Championships in Rotterdam and at the Olympics in 2012 in London. Here we see pictures of him at the European Championships in Rotterdam. For his trot, he repeatedly received the maximum mark of 10. Metal also sired licensed stallions such as Special D, Maserati, Memphis, Mojo and UFO. Several progeny are competing at advanced level dressage, but he also sired a number of show jumpers who were successful at advanced level, such as Rental with Kate Levy. In 2013, his first crop of foals presented itself in Germany, as expected, with great conformation and extra quality of movements. a high percentage of his offspring were awarded premiums by several breeding associations. His pedigree contains almost 40% thoroughbred blood. Metal, a look of thoroughbred combined with top Dutch genetics and double ability in his hereditary power. Saint-Amour by Sandro Hitt, Plaisir d'Amour, Figaro. Saint-Amour, a sire of champion stallions and Bundes champions. Saint-Amour managed to break through to the international circuit at an early age. He is well built in frame with a modern conformation and seems to have been born with the ability to collect and the talent for the highest dressage level. As a producer, Saint-Amour has gone straight to the top. His stage is the Bundes Championship. Heike Kemmer was not only impressed by the charisma and the aura from this stallion, but was convinced that this would shine through to his progeny, giving them that special something.
Ovations auf der Weltmeisterschaft gesorgt. Eigentlich waren alle nur in diese Stute verliebt, weil sie was ganz Besonderes hat, nämlich ein unheimlich charmantes, ganz leichtfüßiges, federndes, schönes Auftreten. Und genau das zeichnet eigentlich die Vererbungskraft von Saint-Amour aus. Er macht immer sehr elegante Pferde. Wir hatten auch auf dem letzten Hengstmarkt ganz tolle Nachkommen von ihm.
His daughter, Soirée d'Amour, with Kira Wolferding, was Landers and Bundes championess of the 3-year-old mares and geldings in 2012. In 2014, she was vice champion of the 5-year-old dressage horses. In 2013, her full sister, Soirée de Samour, won the bronze medal at the Bundes Championship for 5-year-old dressage horses, and in 2014 she won the silver medal at the 6-year-old classes. Saphir Royale was also highly placed in the finals in 2012, 2013 and 2014. Solitaire won the bronze medal at the Bundes Championship of 5-year-old dressage horses in a final where half of the participants were progeny of stallions from the Schockemüller station. At the World Championships of Young Dressage Horses, the Saint-Amour daughter, Samura M, won the silver medal in the 5-year-old classes and was the best German horse. In 2014, the number of his licensed sons went up to 34, among them Sandbrink, champion stallion of the South German licensing in 2011, and several premium candidates. From the first crop of foals, daughters of Saint-Amour were awarded with the predicate State Premium Mare in a highly remarkable frequency in several breeding associations. The Oldenburg Elite Mare Show of 2011 was literally a Saint-Amour festival. Of the 9 admitted daughters of the first crop of foals, 4 went into the Brilliant Ring and were placed 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 9th. Highlight of the year was the daughter Calamity Jane, champion mare of Oldenburg Elite Mare Show in Rastede. He consistently produces top horses for different auctions. Saint-Amour, a real champion stallion for breeding.
Schaut euch das an. So, jetzt allmählich. Jetzt legt los.
Jawohl, der Saint-Amour. Dankeschön.
Enjoy this video. One of his most remarkable daughters, Soirée d'Amour, with Kira Wolferding at the World Championships for Young Horses in Verden in 2014. Sandokan bei Staccato, Lando S, Graf Granos. The impressive Bundeschampion of 2013. At the Bundeschampionship in Warendorf in 2013, Sandokan set a new benchmark. Twice he was awarded a mark of 9.5 in the qualifiers. In the finals he was given a mark of 9.7 and 9.5, which has never been done before. Here you can see him in Warendorf with his rider Eva Bitter in one of his impressive rounds. Already at the stallion performance test in Adelheidsdorf, the criteria for jumping abilities were met and awarded with a maximum mark of 10.0. In 2014, he was also successful, a participant at the Bundeschampionships. Before that, he was winner of Springfeder Championships at the traditional Dobrock event with Matthias Schwenkter. The first progeny are clearly strong in performance, of a sporty type, and with great elasticity. Sandokan is 6 times inbred with the Hanoverian show jumping legend Gotthard. A genetic constitution like this comes into effect. Sandokan, the future belongs to him.
Als die beiden durchs Ziel gekommen ist, ihnen erst einmal nichts passiert ist, das war eigentlich die große Gefahr.
Wer jetzt Bundeschampion wird, das ist keine Frage. Und mit einer Note, die ihm gerecht wird, über 4 Runden hat er sich so präsentiert. Er war heute einmal dran, sonst wäre es noch mehr geworden. 9,7 die Bewertung für Sandokan.
Gratulation an Sandokan, den frisch gebackenen Bundeschampion von Staccato, Lando S. Und
7 das Ergebnis für Sandokan und Eva Bitter. Eines Champions mehr als nur würdig, das muss ich sagen, ist dieser Hengst und Eva Bitter.
gratulieren noch einmal ganz, ganz herzlich der Eva Bitter zu diesem tollen Sieg, dieser tollen Präsentation von Sandokan, dem Sohn des Staccato. Es gibt jetzt
Otto Becker also mentioned how impressively constant this young horse was as a 5-year-old, and that he has continued these constant high standards as he's getting older.
Ich denke, die Runden, die wir von ihm in Warendorf gesehen haben, Bundeschampionat 5-jährig, die sind allen, die es gesehen haben, noch in Erinnerung. So was sieht man nicht alle Tage, auch mit dieser Konstanz. Und er hat ja auch letztes Jahr angeknüpft an diese Erfolge, hat auf vielen verschiedenen Turnieren Erfolge gehabt. Ich sehe natürlich immer auch noch ein bisschen den sportlichen Hintergrund aus meiner Sicht, und da muss ich sagen, ist es immer interessant, wenn die Pferde im Sport sind, und er hat, wie gesagt, mit vielen Erfolgen auch 6-jährig noch auf sich aufmerksam gemacht, und wenn man das hier heute aussieht, denke ich, da werden wir auch noch viel von hören.
Ja, so hat er das auch auf dem Bundeschampionat gemacht, und das nicht einmal, sondern über 5 Runden.
Ja, mit Eva damals, ne?
Genau. Ja, ich konnte es jedenfalls mit vermögenden Pferden besser. Ist ganz schwer, 1,60 Meter zu springen, wenn sie nur 1,50 Meter drin haben.
Das stimmt.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Sandro Hitt, by Sandro Song Ramino Veldas, a dominant refiner with a modern appearance. Unique hereditary performance, several Bundeschampions, dressage world champions, a number of licensing champions, Grand Prix winners, and successful progeny at World Cups. Descendants of Sandro Hitt are high in blood, modern, harmonious, equipped with excellent movements and a fascinating appearance. They conquered the scene and made their sire a foundation stallion of modern times. His hereditary is full of superlatives never seen before. His progeny, foals and horses are top at auctions. He sired several champion stallions, participants at championships, Grand Prix winners up to participants at the Olympics. From 2010 to 2012, he won the USEF Performance Horse Registry Leading Sire Award in the USA as Best Dressage Sire. He has sired 11 winners of the Bundeschampionships. As a 6-year-old, he won the Bundeschampionship and became world champion of the 6-year-old dressage horses. He is currently one of the best producers of dressage Grand Prix horses. Sandro Hitt was a radiant Bundeschampion, world champion of 6-year-old dressage horses, and trained up to Grand Prix level. Starting at the Schockemüller station, the global equine triumph of Sandro and his progeny began. The sire, Sandro Song, was licensing champion in 1990 and main premium champion in 1992. The dam Loretta has handed on excellent genetics to 3 licensed and important breeding sires: Sandro Hitt, the Grand Prix successful Diamond Hitt, and Royal Hitt. Worldwide, she must be one of the most influential mares of her generation. Sandro Hitt, foundation stallion of modern dressage breeding.
Schwarze Vererbungsgenie, meine Damen und Herren. Und seine Erbkraft ist uns allen gegenwärtig. Das will ich hier nicht noch großartig wieder untermauern. Sei Zeitzeuge eines besonderen Momentes. Sandro Hitt und Dr. Ulf Möller.
Shines on us all. Our skin and bones add up to more when we cling together. We can be as one, no more barriers, build a bridge with love. No more barriers, this time our time has come. No more barriers, we...
Sandro Hitt has been retired from official presentations for several years, an emotional moment for his rider Dr. Ulf Müller, as seen here in the unforgettable pictures.
Sandro Hitt, den hier heute letztmalig für uns vorstellt.
Aufhörst, uns hier Pferde zu präsentieren. Wir haben natürlich dafür Verständnis. Alles hat mal ein Ende. Beide habt ihr Großes geleistet. Und deswegen auch Dank von mir an beide.
Paul und Uli sind da. Und wo ist die liebe Gertrud Miete? Die sollte dazukommen. Ulf, wir sagen einfach Danke. Wir ziehen den Hut von dir, Chapeau, und sagen, besser wie du hat es kein anderer verstanden, mit diesem großen Titel nach Hause zu kommen. Ich glaube, bei diesem Moment dürfen wir uns alle erheben. Das ist die Reverenz an Ulf Müller und Sandro Hitt. Na, das Haus Schockemühle und Kasselmann hat sich überlegt, als Abschied von deiner aktiven Zeit im Sattel kommt deine junge Lena hier zu uns. Und das ist das Geschenk an die Familie Müller, meine Damen und Herren. Mr. Ed, Vize-Bundeschefin der Prachtkerl von einem Spitzenpony unter dem Springseil zu haben. Glückwunsch! So ein Abschied, aber auch eine Vision für die Zukunft, dass es im Spring- und Dressursattel weitergehen möge. Mit eurer Nachzug. Wir sagen Danke. Und jetzt dürft ihr alle im Rhythmus mitklatschen. Dr. Ulf Möller.
Sir Donahal by Sandro Hitt, Donahal, Feldherr. He is a sire of world champions, winner of Bundeschampionship, price record setters, and licensing champions. Hero and producer of champions of historic uniqueness. If one wanted to put together all the hereditary highlights of Sir Donahal one would need to write a whole book. For years, he has dominated the Bundeschampionship as no sire has done before him. In 2014, the daughter, Special Diva OLD, won the Bundeschampionship of 3-year-old mares and geldings. Prior to that, she became Oldenburger Vice Landeschampioness. The licensed son, Sir Heinrich, dominated the scene of the 5-year-old dressage horses. In 2012 and 2013, his son, Sakur, was world champion of young dressage horses in Verden and top horse at the PSI auction in Ancum. Sir Donahal's progeny are always sought after. For years, Sir Donahal was one of the most successful sires of auction horses and continuous producer of top horses achieving 6-digit prices. His progeny impresses again and again, with their great style, a modern type, and subtle movements. The FN Breeding Value Association ranks Sir Donahal, who has himself been trained up to Grand Prix, as one of the best sires of dressage horses. He was second reserve champion at his licensing. Stallion Performance Test winner, 1A main premium sire in 2005, and in 2006 Bundes champion, as well as vice world champion of 5-year-old dressage horses. He quickly turned out to be a foundation stallion. He has sired 98 licensed sons so far. Among them, the NRW champion stallion and vice Bundes champion Silbermond, the champion stallions of the South German licensing, Sir Nymphenburg and Sir Schwiago, as well as numerous premium sires at all German licensing locations. The premium sire Santo Dottore was right Pferde champion of the 3-year-old Oldenburg stallions in 2014. More than 80 daughters were awarded the predicate state premium. The daughter, Assandra, was honoured as the best 3-year-old mare in Austria in 2011. Sir Donahal, one of the surest bets among German dressage horse producers. Here we can watch and enjoy several moments of triumph of Sir Donoghal's progeny, 2 times world champion Sir Kerr, and the county and national champion of 3-year-old and 4-year-old dressage horses, Cindy OLD, who has now started her breeding career, as she is so precious as a breeding mare.
Grundsätzlich möchte ich erwähnen, dass ich das toll finde, dass Züchter erfolgreiche Pferde wie Bundeschampions rausnehmen aus dem Sport und sagen, die Stute ist mir zu gut zum Reiten, wir wollen damit züchten.
Schon, meine Damen und Herren, ein Live-Protein aus dem Hause Sandrohit, ein Augenstecker sondergleichen. Freut euch und gebt euren Emotionen Anlauf. Dankeschön.
Tortillas by Gribaldi, Glendale, acteur. Tortillas is the best dressage horse of all times. 3 times world champion, 3 times world record holder. Records are his trademark, and seldom do we see breeding and sports records going as well together as they do in this stallion. Tortillas is a living legend. He led the dressage sport to a new and until then unknown popularity in the public eye. He alone set 3 world records, 3 records that were only broken again by him. It took him and Edward Gall only 2 years to get all the possible titles one could get. Twice individual gold, and 1 time team gold at the World Equestrian Games in 2010. Team and individual gold at the European Championships then in Windsor. Winner of the World Cup in 2010, and in 2011 the best horse of the German silver medal winning team with Alexander Matthias Rath. At the German Championships in 2012, he won the silver medal in the Grand Prix Special and the Kur. In 2014, Tortillas was never beaten in his performance at Kappeln, Wiesbaden, Perlburg and Aachen, which is what we see here. Looking at it from the breeding perspective, Tortillas continuously sets new records. The most expensive foal at the foal auction in Fechter 2012 was one of his progeny. Among his first crop from 2011 were numerous top foals. Total Ideal was sold for €105,000 at the Oldenburg Summer Mix Sale. To Le Mans for €90,000 at the Oldenburg Elite Foals auction, and many Tortilla foals were sold for excellent prices by private owners. The first sons have now been licensed. Governor, Talisman, Te Amor, Tiesto, Tolegro, Toliva, Top Gear, Topaz, Total Hit and Toto Junior. Governor and Top Gear were each reserve champion at their licensing. In 2014, he was the leading sire of the WB FSH World Ranking List dressage horses. Tortillas, the most valuable dressage blood as a guarantee for the ambitious dressage sport. Tailor-made Top Gear by Tortillas, Don Federico, Sandro Hitt. The shining reserve champion of the Oldenburg licensing in 2014. Unusually brilliant in type, coupled with an excellent limb structure, a correct base, and an immaculate exterior. 3 first-class paces, moving through a subtle back, promised the highest rideability, a promise that has already come true after the first tests under saddle have been done. This was also confirmed by multiple Olympic gold medalist Heike Kemmer, as she co-commentated on the stallion presentation in 2015.
Prägung, in Eleganz und natürlich auch in hervorragenden Bewegungsabläufen. Kommen alle gut aus der Schulter heraus mit unheimlicher Vorderbeinmechanik, aber sie haben auch alle ein hervorragendes Hinterbein, weil ohne Hinterbein können wir keine höhere Dressurprüfung bestreiten.
The sire, Tortillas, has revolutionized the dressage sport in recent years. He became double European champion in Windsor in 2009, won 3 gold medals at the World Equestrian Games in Lexington in 2010, and set several world records. With Matthias Alexander Rath, he won the Grand Prix Special at the CHIO in Aachen in 2014. In his first crops of foals, he has so far sired 9 licensed sons, of which several have been awarded premiums. The dam, Dosala, is a daughter of the Hanoverian licensing champion Don Federico, who participated in the finals of the Bundes Championship and has won numerous advanced level dressage competitions. For this outstanding combination of breeding and sporting success, he was awarded the Grander Prize in 2009, and in 2012 he was honoured as Hanoverian Stallion of the Year. Top Gear, natural movement from a first-class dam line.
Eva macht das richtig schön leicht, trabend. Nach dem Strickmuster des Ausbildungsweges, der einem jungen Hengst gerecht wird. Eva, das war wieder wunderbar. Mit Top Gear.
Bilancio by Vitalis Lancet Rubenstein. Striking first-class stallion in a wonderful chocolate chestnut coat. Always subtle and with that look-at-me factor, Bilancio possesses a maximum of balance in all 3 paces, an attribute he shows under saddle. In 2014, he made his breeding debut in Sweden, and at the end of the year he finished an excellent 30-day test in Schlichau with a mark of 9.23 with emphasis on dressage. The sire, Vitalis, was reserve champion at the NRW licensing in Münster-Handorf in 2009. In 2012 and in 2013, he was placed at the World Championships for Young Dressage Horses in Verden. Dam sire Lancet with Emma Hindle participated in the Olympic Games, the World Equestrian Games, and in the European Championships UK Silver Team of 2008. With Imke Schellekens-Bartels, he was Dutch ambassador at the Olympic Games in Athens in 2004. In the Netherlands, Lancet sired dressage champion horses up to international level. In the 3rd generation comes Rubenstein, another dressage icon of the 90s. And Nimador, the legendary show jumping producer, rounds off this pedigree. Bilancio, a long-legged, up-and-coming dressage youngster with potential for the championships ahead.
Und jetzt paradiert er, fein getragen, locker und taktsicher von dannen. Kann man besser in dieser Konstellation wahrscheinlich nirgends haben. Kompliment an Paul.
Vivaldi by Crack C, Jazz, Ulft. In 2014, the most successful sire worldwide at the World Championships of Young Dressage Horses in Pferden, a stallion that mesmerises the masses around Europe, and his fan base is growing with every appearance. Strong in type, Vivaldi impresses under saddle with radiance and incredible movements. He was reserve champion of his stallion performance test in 2007. He won the Pavo Cup of the 5-year-old dressage horses with Hans-Peter Minderhut. In 2008 and 2009, he added triumphs in the KNHS KWPN Stallion Series, achieving marks of 10.0 for his trot. Vivaldi is trained up to advanced level. As a producer, he is now recognized globally. Many of his sons have been licensed. Amongst them, many premium sires like Van Vivaldi, Senin, Veneziano, Levaldon, Vivaltis, Versace, Le Vivaldi, and Villanciano. He also sired several championship mares. His sire, Crack C, was champion of the Pavo Cup dressage in 1996 and 1997. On the occasion of the stallion performance test in Ermelo, he achieved very high marks for his rideability. In 2014, he was the second best stallion in Germany according to the FN Dressage Breeding Value Estimation, with 174 points. Crack C won Grand Prix, ridden by Ankie van Grunsven, and participated in the World Equestrian Games in Jerez in 2002. Dam sire Jazz is winner of the International Grand Prix, and he was part of the Dutch dressage team with Tineke Bartels on numerous occasions, such as the World Equestrian Games in Jerez. Grandsire Cocktail, who was also ridden by Ankie van Grunsven, was internationally successful in dressage sport. We are happy to have this valuable dressage stallion at our stud.
Bewegungswirbel. Und die gesamte Hengstkollektion war eindrucksvoll, phänomenal. Kann man besser in dieser Konstellation wahrscheinlich nirgends haben. Kompliment an Paul. Du nullst ja dieses Jahr. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Zu deinem Geburtstag, aber den feiern wir ja erst Mitte März. Lasst sie wandern. Isabel. Die Kollektion war eindrucksvoll, phänomenal.
Here we see Dancer Forever in Verden in 2014 at the World Championships for Young Horses, where he wins the 6-year-old championships with his rider Kirsten Brauer. Dear breeders, we hope that you have enjoyed this short insert into this year's collection and hope that it has helped you to make your top choice.
Nochmal ein Wort zu den Züchtern. Vielen Dank und ich hoffe auf diesem Wege, dass wir so weiterarbeiten und vielen Dank für das Vertrauen.
Heil dir, o Oldenburg, heil deinen Farben, Gott schützt dein edles Ross, er segnet deine Garben, wie deine Eichen stark, wie frei des Meeres Flut. Sei deutsche Männerkraft dein höchstes Gut.
If you have any queries or questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Christoph Hinkel and Christina Trompeter and their team are all there to help you in any way possible. Thank you for your confidence and we wish you great success.